What's going on, YouTube? You already know it's your boy Resolute. We here with another reaction. You know what I'm saying? It's your pedestrian here, gonna give y'all this content and everything. You know what I mean? Trying to get my step my YouTube game up. So I'm here to give y'all some more content. So before we get into that, how y'all doing, man? Y'all doing good? Y'all, everybody doing lovely? Everybody doing cool? All right, man. I'm glad. I'm glad everybody doing good. And if you're not, hope you get better. Hope you're doing better. I hope you will feel better. You know what I mean? So we're gonna hop into this. This is a compilation I found. It's by IGN, I believe. I don't know if they're gonna allow me to put this on. I don't know if IGN is a stickler for people, looking at their videos and commenting and reviewing them or whatever. But I mean, we're gonna give this a try. We're gonna see what's going on, and it's gonna go down like that. So this is the top 10 Dreamcast video games. Now, some of y'all watching this might never heard of the Dreamcast. Maybe y'all weren't around at that time. Maybe you weren't born at that time. But me personally, I have a Dreamcast. Now, see, I said have. I didn't say have. I still have my Dreamcast. I know exactly where it is right now, and it's still playable. It still works. Now, I didn't have too many games. I didn't have like 50, 60 games. Nah, I had maybe 5, 6, 7 games. But the games I had were fire. Dreamcast was fire. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Dreamcast was fire. I wish they just had more games for it. But what I'm going to say is, the games that better be on this list, there's a game called Power Stone. That either one or two, but they both was fire. They better be on the top 3. One of them better be on the top 3 on this list. Then you have this one called Zombies Revenge. That was fire because it was a 2-person co-op game about zombies and stuff like that. It was pretty fire. That was clean. I like that one. And the third one I think that should be on this list is Crazy Taxi. Now that was crazy. I love that game. It was ahead of its time. It was fun. It was fast paced. It was just a lot of chaos, but a lot of fun at the same time. But look, you know what? I'm about to add one more game on there that should be on this list. It should be Jet Set Radio. I love that game. That game was real fun too. It was ahead of its time as well. It was very colorful, very artistic. A lot of music, a lot of sounds, a lot of songs, just good gameplay. So we're going to see what they're talking about. We're going to see if I agree with them, because I might not agree with what they got to say, but we're going to check it out, all right? So let's get into it.
The Sega Dreamcast was one of the most innovative consoles ever. It also marked the end of an era. Aware that its time in the console business was almost over, Sega said to hell with it and went all in on fascinating, weird experiments, from the delightful rhythm games like Space Channel 5 to strange curiosities like Seaman. In compiling a list of the 10 best Sega Dreamcast games, we sought to create a snapshot of the Dreamcast legacy, which encompassed everything from burgeoning online play to wild peripherals. We kept the focus on North America for the most part, which meant omitting many of the excellent shoot-'em-ups from Japanese video game developer G-Rev, but we did manage to sneak in Rez, a pioneering rhythm game that was always meant to be on Dreamcast. The Dreamcast is long gone, but the games listed here live on as some of the most beloved games ever made. Here are the 10 best Sega Dreamcast games of all time. A spin-off of The House of the Dead 2, The Typing of the Dead was initially designed to improve one's typing and practice how fast one can type. However, its idiosyncratic gameplay and humor make it so much more than that.
This is a present from me to you.
Instead of a light gun, you're using a computer keyboard and the power of proper spelling and grammar to fend off hordes of the undead.
Never played it.
The Dreamcast didn't have many RPGs, but the ones it did have were good. Along with Skies of Arcadia, Grandia 2 is generally considered one of the 2 best RPGs on the platform, lauded for its excellent soundtrack and even better battle system.
Strike! Purple lightning!
That's clean.
Take that! And that! Ha!
While Grandia itself has faded, its mechanics have sprung up in a variety of RPGs over the years, from Ubisoft's Child of Light to Penny Arcade's On the Rain-Slick Precipice of Darkness. Grandia 2 was also one of the best looking games on the Dreamcast, filled with high quality magic spells, special attacks, and other touches. It was a noticeable cut above what was available on the PlayStation at the time, especially during its most elaborate attack sequences. Its visual luster has faded in the years since, but it's still good fun to play, as demonstrated by the recent remaster. It remains worthy of the Dreamcast legacy.
Never played it. Never knew about that.
The Dreamcast Phantasy Star Online was a rebirth for the brand. Phantasy Star Online was a hit at debut, switching from the original first-person dungeon crawling and overworld exploring model to a new 3D real-time action RPG. PSO added online play with friends, character creation, and more to the franchise, which was distinct from the previous game's narratives. Combat was enjoyable and varied depending on your character's customization. Different races and classes excelled at melee, ranged, or technique combat. The 4 quest areas varied in style and fostered replayability by allowing you to level up and acquire materials to feed your pet mag, which would provide special abilities such as buffs, stat boosts, and powerful photon blasts. These features increased replayability by enabling players to create new characters and experiment with alternative race and class combinations. Following its initial release, Phantasy Star featured additional missions, raised level caps, new difficulty levels, and more, all of which could be downloaded, which was uncommon at the time. Phantasy Star Online appeared to just keep going, and for those of us who picked it up again on later systems, like the GameCube or the Xbox, it had a second life, capturing our attention and time all over again with enhancements. Sonic Adventure 2 released just 3 years after the first Sonic Adventure and improved on the original's formula in every way. Levels were tweaked to fit the personalities of the characters. Sonic and Shadow were all about speed and platforming. Tails and Dr. Robotnik were all about blasting their way to the finish line with their mechs, and Knuckles and Rouge were all about exploration and treasure hunting. Alternate objectives were also included in each level, adding to its replay value. The Chow Garden improved upon its return and was a fun distraction where you could raise and train chows to complete in races and karate. A 3D version of Green Hill Zone was available as a reward for those who collected all 180 emblems by earning an A in every mission. There were also many 2-player head-to-head modes in which you could race on foot, fight in mechs, embark on a treasure hunt, or race in go-karts. Sonic Adventure 2 also featured some of the best music in the franchise's history. There's a reason songs like Escape from the City and Live and Learn were saved for the finale and encore in the Sonic 30th Anniversary Symphony.
That was pretty else. Like I said, I'd have had it.
Sonic Adventure 2, for its time, was everything we had wanted from a 3D Sonic game.
All right.
Produced in part by Tetsuya Mizuguchi, who would later be known for his work on games like Lumines and Tetris Effect, Rez wasn't just unique, it was cool. It managed to combine rave culture and rail shooters fueled by the Dreamcast's open-ended creativity. Rez's development team is still emotional about this project to this day, coming as it did in the midst of the Dreamcast's unceremonious death. It would eventually release on PlayStation 2 and is now available on a multitude of platforms, including the Meta Quest 2. But as the last vestige of cool Sega and a rhythm game pioneer, Rez will always be a Dreamcast game first.
All right, fine. There we go.
An action game where players venture through Tokyo using skates, spray graffiti, and evade authorities with fun, addictive gameplay and a stellar soundtrack. Jet Set Radio is something special. While the gameplay in its sequel, Jet Set Radio Future, is a bit more refined, the cel-shaded, vibrant art direction, music, and distinct gameplay of the original make it a true gem that has influenced spiritual successors such as Hover and Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
I used to be on that game. Oh, that's all you gonna
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the Dreamcast was a game changer in the world of fighting games. Not only was it a near arcade perfect port, meaning that the developer didn't have to make any sacrifices or tweaks to get it to run just as well as it did in the arcades, but Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was simply one of the best fighting games of its time. Being able to play it at home without having to spend your allowance at the arcade was something that no doubt created an entire generation of fighting game fans.
That big old gun and everything. All right, what's the story?
There's a reason why people are still clamoring for more Power Stone. Despite the wealth of arena and party fighters that have come out since Power Stone 2, there's still nothing quite like it. Part of the appeal
This
was
should've
that there were
been
just
number
so many
one.
different ways to take the fight to your opponent. You could
Yeah,
just
this game-
wail on them with your character's unique list of moves and special moves. You could run off and hop in a turret or use some other sort of environmental
Yeah.
interactable. You could pick
Hey,
up
this
one
nigga
of the
wanna go play
seemingly
his right
hundreds
now.
of items, or you could hunt down the 3 power stones and transform into your super powerful alter ego
yeah.
and turn the tide of the fight definitively in your favor.
I used to be
Power Stone
killing
2's
them.
multiplayer battles were just so incredibly dynamic, and the Dreamcast is still the only place to experience them.
Hey, that was crazy.
There's a lot that makes Skies of Arcadia one of the best RPGs of the Dreamcast era, but the number one reason is its sense of discovery and adventure. Skies of Arcadia
here.
is all about being an adventuring sky pirate,
ain't
discovering
beating
new
no-
lands,
no
recruiting new crew
Power
members to your
Stone.
ship, and, you know,
Audio
stopping an evil empire from destroying the world with ancient
Made this
weapons. Skies of Arcadia is charming, its world fascinating, and while many probably experienced it on the GameCube as Skies of Arcadia Legends, the original Dreamcast version will forever hold a place in the pantheon of fantastic JRPGs.
Man, get that out of here.
The original Soul Calibur is still one of the
No.
best fighters ever made. When it came to the
Man, it's
Dreamcast,
trash.
people were
This
still
is
pumping
trash.
quarters into machines across the world to play, but somehow
Trash
you got a
list.
better version at home with new features and better graphics than the
Nope.
original. To get such an
I don't agree
amazing
with it.
version on a home
I don't agree
console
with it.
was really special, and to this day, the Dreamcast version of Soul Calibur holds up as one of the best things about the console. If you've never tried this tale of souls and swords, you are missing out on something special.
This victory strengthens the soul of Ivy. You win!
And there you have it, our picks for the
No.
top 10 Dreamcast games. Have we missed any? Did your favorites make
Yeah.
the list? Sound off in the comments, and for more top 10s, check out our top 10 Wii U games of all time or the top 10 best PS5 games. And for everything else gaming, you're already in the right place, IGN.
All right. So, like you said, like I said, I do not agree with that list. That list was trash. Only 2 of my games make the list when I named about 5 of them that should have been on there, right? Like I said, so the 5 that I have that should have been on there, like I just thought about another one, but I'm gonna put 5 on there. We got Power Stone, that was on there. Crazy Taxi wasn't on there, that should have been on there. Jet Set Radio was on there. And the other one was there's this other one called Spawn that was pretty good. There was a Spawn game. That was pretty crazy. That was pretty interesting. That was good. And the other one was Zombies Revenge. That should have been on there too. Those 5 I think should have been on that list. I don't know what they talk about all these RPG games or whatever. Those ones look kind of trash. Y'all messed up. Maybe okay. Maybe not Spawn, because that's my personal favorite or whatever. And Zombies Revenge was pretty good, but that's more my personal favorite. But Crazy Taxi had to be on there, man. They have a Crazy Taxi arcade game, and they had that, and they made it onto a console. That's how crazy it was. That's how respected it was. You know what I mean? So put some respect on Crazy Taxi's name, man. You tripping, man. You know what I'm saying? But those are the ones I thought should have been on there. If y'all have any other games y'all thought should have been on there or whatever that they messed up, let me know. And if you don't think that my selection that I thought should have been on there, you let me know what you think. And yeah, because that's what they messed up. But I mean, they have other lists on here. I'm gonna check. I really gotta check those out because they not vibing with me, man. They not vibing with what your boy thinks are on the top 10 or whatever, man. So I gotta check them out and see where their headspace is at, man. All right. So with that being said, if you like this type of content, you like these type of videos, please like and subscribe. You know, your boy, I'm a small time YouTuber, brand new, fresh out the box, man. Mint condition, got the new car smell and everything. But I'm trying to get up there, man. I'm trying to become somebody that's kind of known, somebody that some people can, pass to their friends and say, oh, did you check out his new video? Something like that. I'm a humble dude from the Bay Area, Northern California, you know what I'm saying? I'm just out here trying to do it. You know, I'm trying to give y'all good content, trying to make y'all laugh, trying to make y'all smile, you know. So with that being said, this your boy Resolute. Everybody out there, let everybody know that I'm out here in YouTube trying to do this. And everybody be cool out there, man. Everybody be happy. Be blessed, man. Share love. No hate. Keep your head up. Don't let it fall to the ground. Have a Coke and a smile. And everybody just, you know, spread positivity. You know what I mean? All right. So this is Resolute. And I'm going to catch you on the next one, all right? All right. And I'm gone.